great populace, that great exile community, who, as we've said earlier, they have a great love for their country, and they have such fond memories, those who were born there, and the next generation still so much attached. Father Sid, you work in Miami.
Sure.
How do you think this is going to play out there?
Well, I hope, it is obvious, and our Archbishop Wensky, has repeatedly stated that the church in Cuba is trying to mediate a soft landing for Cuba. And now, when you have been 50 years away from your country, and you're facing death with the impossibility of returning to your beloved country, then it's difficult. It's easy for us to talk about reconciliation. My brother was not shot to death.
Right.
My sister was not in prison, incarcerated for 18 years and tortured, So, but at the same time, so we cannot deny or downplay the suffering. But at the same time, there's one also has to bear in mind that there is a greater good that is at stake, and that's the good of the Cuban family. So it's a very difficult situation. I think that the danger, in my estimation, and this is my personal opinion now, and as Plato said, opinion is the lowest form of knowledge. My personal opinion is that the danger is that in their good faith, the bishops may end up enabling the Chinese model in Cuba, where you have a move towards the free market, but not really any reform. The same cabal runs the country, the same totalitarian regime is in place, but there's cosmetic change and a free market economy. But the people are still oppressed, suffering. Christians are still persecuted, harassed, jailed because of their faith. So I think that's the danger. But I'm sure that they know that danger, and they're just willing to take the risk, because of what's at stake. Nobody wants a bloodbath in Cuba.
No, but we saw right at the beginning, if there was any conflictual element in this visit, which was largely a very warm, personal encounter, as Holy Father says, we saw Raul repeating that same old Marxist boilerplate about how human rights are respected here, and we've suffered so much from aggressions. It's the old mouthwash, as Albert Camus once said. They repeat these things over and over again. They're always perfect. In their understanding, it's not a matter of being a family that has imperfect elements. They're always perfect. They're actually pursuing the right course for humanity. And it's hard to know how that ideology disappears. You're right, you can have openings on economics. They clearly want to have some interchange now with the United States. But how far they're willing to change, how far even the next generation would be willing to change after people who are in power depend on that ideology to stay prominent in the society. That's going to be a difficult negotiation.
And also, 50 years of materialistic atheism leave an imprint also in they have an anthropological effect.
Sure, well that's actually going to be a big part of the mission of the church.
Corruption is a big problem in Cuba today, and there are many people that have grown used to a certain way of doing things that, are comfortable that way. Just as on this side of the Florida Straits, there are also people who are benefiting with the statu quo. And so we'll see.